puts Eternal Fire into their fourth and final tactical timeout. And with 3 players struggling financially, they'll be able to get a force out, but it's going to be lacking a couple of grenades here and there. MP9 for Calyx. And if Imperial win this round, Eternal Fire are in so much trouble. They may not recover for the rest of this map. It may be a done deal.
That was a 4K as well for mind you, Vince. That was huge from him. Here we go. You said it best. This round is so important here for Eternal Fire as Calyx and Xantares, they strike in tandem. Taking care of not just Fallen and Bolts, but they have also softened up the danger man, the demon in the server. That is Fur. But Fur will not slow down. But look at this from Xbox. This is huge. The MP9. There's so much of real estate for Eternal Fire to work with. Not just real estate, that's the information game being won already by the Turkish side.
You know, as much as I was saying that Eternal Fire's finances may not recover if they lose this round, the same could be said of Imperial. They're a little bit better off, couple players over $1,000, but it's not as if they're sat on a large sum of money themselves. Fur with the spray may have been softened up, but he's still capable of delivering. But it is a one and done. Now Eternal Fire need to repel 2 more players, pushing in. They go single file, and Xantares puts them down with authority. FNX keeps alive, 52 hit points. Separate him and his demise. Separate Eternal Fire at a 14th round, and the UMP is not going to be good enough, but it does soften up FNX that little bit more. Player on the side at any given moment may flank in. FNX has a decent read of the situation, but I think he might be pulling back to save this AK-47. They know that their money is screwed. They know how much trouble they're in. That is such a difficult decision to make when so much is on the line, but they have to think with their heads here. Oh, that sucks, Blair. That has to sting so much to save in that situation.
Oh, this is grim, isn't it? Now, FNX does have money for a utility purchase. I think he had $1,500 before at that save point, but no bonus money for him. But the bonus money for the rest of his team as well. It's grim. Do they force up here? Yes is the answer. Yes is the answer, Vince. 2,900 lost bonus. If they lose it, they'll still have 3,400. So a buy is still very possible come the next round. But it's not a pretty buy. It is not a pretty buy, no matter how you look at it. They have his AK in the hands of FNX. He has a full belt of utility as well. But for the rest of them, another AK for Fur. Yeah, give that man an AK. Vinny with the Galil and Tech 9 for FNX and Fallen. 4 Molotovs and 5 smokes and a handful of flashbangs to work with. But what do they do with this Eternal Fire? They can smell victory here, Vince.
Oh, that shot missing, though, could punish them. Aggression out. Flashbang is good, though. It does land in the eyes of Fur. And again, he's hungry. Again, he wants to get in the thick of the action. Molotov down, will be smoked out. They now know 1 play, sandbags guaranteed. And this is where they need their A defenders to help out that sandbag position. Calyx is doing just that, but forward with a Tech 9. Runs and guns, slight gap of the smoke, and Calyx will exploit it. Nearly again runs out of ammo, but trades across to the other A1S of Bolts, who goes for a wild spray, gets punished. And here comes Calyx for more. Flashbang in his eyes will yield the kill for the Brazilians, but they still find themselves a player behind.
What a play by Calyx, and Woxic smartly falling back. You don't want to play that angle with the AWP especially. FNX down to 42 HP in Vinny. Now they can't even retrieve the rifles. So they have to come in from the short position. They have the Molotov and a flash. So the Molotov maybe for headshot. They try and get the bomb down. Emor just spraying on in as Woxic finds Vinny, and it's all on FNX.
Got a girl. Tech 9 goes through, rips the head off. 17 HP left to his name, though. He's got enough bullets in this magazine to make it interesting, and does damage to both players. 28 health, 18 health stood against him, but Eternal Fire stand tall. And now they have 2 match points.
Now, he didn't get the bomb down, so there is no plant money, but it is max loss bonus here for Imperial, so they can eke out a buy, although I believe a couple of them might be down to just shy of $3,700. Actually, make that a little bit more grim there, Vince. So Galil's might come out, maybe an AK being purchased and dropped to Fur, because he has just been insane for his team. And this is, I mean, what a series it's been. The map pick of Nuke from Eternal Fire getting absolutely destroyed by Imperial, and then Imperial leading 9-2 on Mirage, and Eternal Fire just clawing back, pulling off a monumental comeback to now being in 2 map points. And yeah, the money isn't great. They've invested a lot in the utility. There is 1 Galil, 1 UMP, no AK-47s, 2 Tech 9s, and a Mac 10. And it's going to require a bit of a miracle here for Imperial to bring this one back. And for Eternal Fire, they have everything to work with.
If ever there was a time for Fur to conjure something up, now is it. I am somewhat amazed that he is on a Tech 9 as opposed to that Galil. Can he use it? Absolutely. But surely, in the form he's currently in, you want to give him every chance to have as much impact as physically possible. They are lining up for an execute onto the B site, but there are 4 players close proximity, one of which is mid, but a very fast flank and rotation is in play. Smokes, mollies, and flashes all being tossed out. The T's haven't pushed just yet, though. Maybe trying to play some mind games, a bit of misdirection. See if they can force away a couple of rotations first. Now they're going to be boosting up Vinny. He'll be taking point. So much rests on this man's shoulders right now. If he can get an entry, it could be a fast track onto the site. If he loses his head, they have so little time left. 25 seconds. 4 players are now here. They've done nothing to bait away Eternal Fire, but the flash is good. Emor now holds on. Double spray comes in for Emor, and this is a done deal. Eternal Fire, pull it off. Knock out their adversaries. Imperial are gone from the Rubek Cup.
I cannot believe they've done it, Vince. It looked like it was over. Like you and I were just talking about how this game's done. This game's over. It was going to be the Brazilians taking it 2-0. Then Eternal Fire, that just a never say die attitude. Fallen dropping over 40 kills in map number 2. Couldn't close it out here. Fur was living up to his name, playing like a monster in the server, still not able to close it out. And in the end, Eternal Fire, I did say it, like, you know, if it heads to Vertigo, it looked like they might have the edge. But again, they were forced to really duke it out for every single round. And in the end, yeah, just money not favoring the Brazilians, and Emor with a fantastic 4K. I think everyone had moments of brilliance for the side of Eternal Fire in that map.
They did, but again, it started rough. We had a back and forth, we had a roller coaster, and I thought it would be a little bit more clear cut for Eternal Fire, honestly, going into that game. And as you said, they had to work for every single inch, every single scrap of the map. Credit to Imperial, but I can't help but feel that that second map, that Mirage comeback, is going to haunt them. Because as you said,
absolutely,
this could have been done an hour ago. They could have won this 2-0. And this marathon of CS, it was entertaining, it was end to end. But in reality, Imperial should have won this game.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, Vince. It's just unfortunate, but I think that's it from us, right? So we're going to be throwing it straight to those wonderful gentlemen on the desk.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but ultimately did not. That is absolutely correct. Imperial.
I also disagree with Blair. I'm not sure we're wonderful, let alone gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
We're maybe men's, and that's it.
I'm going to have to.
Men's.
Some of them, you know, maybe even not that.